Alright guys, welcome to a tutorial program on how to use OBS Studio. I'm currently on a Mac 2011 MacBook Pro Retina display with just some minor adjustments and so forth. But I would just want to show you guys on how to do this. This is typically something that I suggest trying out for the DJs out there. First off, right now, what I'm currently using right now is a microphone from actually from just my PlayStation, just to talk to you guys. That way, you guys get to know how this works out. So I know this is a lot of you guys don't like a long tutorial, but this is how it's going to be explained. So basically, here you're going to go on Google and download OBS. So you go OBS, click on Enter. You're going to want to click on Open Broadcaster right there where it says Open Broadcaster Software. This is the first one that pops up. This is OBS Studio. You click on the proper one, which I currently have a Mac. You can click on Windows or Linux, whatever your platform is, basically operating software. So basically, once you do that, you're going to have something like this. Once this happens, you'll end up having a brand new one just like this right here. So basically, once you have this, very similar, you're going to want to click on something such as your first audio interface. Basically, if you're using this for Serato, for broadcasting live as a DJ, is something that you want to check out mostly. And pay attention to step-by-step procedure coming up right now. Alright, so basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to plug in your Serato onto your laptop. Now that the program is open, make sure that Serato is open. So basically, once Serato opens up right now, you'll see it pop up any second. Once it does pop up, you could just not minimize it, but drag it to the side and click back over here. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press the add button here. This is going to give you the option to change different stuff. So we're going to start off with the audio first. We're going to go with audio. You're going to want to click on, let's say you're putting DJ. That's going to be your first thing, right? You're going to want to click on what you're using. Right now, currently, I'm using a Pioneer DDJ SX2, which is an audio interface. It has a sound card that's built into it. So once you click on that, you click on any sound card that you have actually. If it's a mixer, NS7, if you're using turntables, you can use a TTM57, which is the two-channel mixer and so forth. As long as it has an audio interface built into it, you're able to click on that. Okay, now once you click on that, the next step is going to be the following. You click on plus again, and once you do that, right now I'm actually going to add a second line because once I switch over to mic, you're not going to be able to hear me. I want to make sure you guys are able to hear me. So I'm going to click on this one. Don't do this one here. This is just for the tutorial purpose only. Okay, so next one here, we're going to click on the images. This is basically for your branding purposes. So let's say you want to click on the image that you have. Mine would be my DJ logo. I'm looking for it right now. So I go to my document, my desktop. Once I go to my desktop, I'm going to click on the selected file, make sure that looks good. Once it's there, I'm going to minimize this software and make it as small as possible. So basically now I'm going to transition this over, and this is what you're going to see now. Basically what you guys are seeing probably right now is this right now. So what you're seeing is just that. So basically, let's click back on the tutorial so that way you guys can see what I'm doing, and that's how it's going to look. So basically, right after that, you'll want to click on the next step, which is going to be something you want to see in the background. I personally use the Serato in the background, so we're going to end up going to, let's say, a video capture device. Actually, I'm sorry, window capture device. And basically here, you're going to want to click on whatever is open. You have to keep this, once again, remember I told you to drag Serato to the back portion of this? Well, I clicked that for a reason, because if Serato was minimized, it wouldn't show up here. So basically, I'm using Serato. You can use this Retractor, Virtual DJ, whatever you use to DJ typically. You click on this right here, and now it's going to show that as well. Okay, so basically you're going to want to minimize this This typically make this smaller, make this bigger, however you choose. If you just want to use the whole video platform, you could. Actually, matter of fact, if you're using DJ Video, you could use DJ Video. Like if you want to click on the video, it'll pop up. Um, it should pop up this one right here. And the only part about this is the pain in the butt. But this is where you need like a split screen and so forth. You could click on that and make it that happen. So going back to this situation, we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna add, the next step is now I want to add basically a text. A lot of people like to use a text. Basically, you could use your your DJ name. You could put on Cash App, whatever you want to use. I wouldn't try that because it's monetary, so forth. You could lose, licensing and ASCAP and all that fun stuff, but who cares about that, right? So basically what you want to type in here is, let's say, I'm going to type in mine. So this is my personal, um, like my Instagram and so forth. And you're going to want to do the @ right? Or you could, whatever you want to do. You could change the font basically here and do all this fun stuff. So let's go with this, and let's go with like 2 different colors, which is the fun part. You always want to make it, colorful. It sticks out the colors. So let's go with blue and half red. So this sticks out, even though it's not red, whatever. But let's say that's it right there. So here, basically, this is going to be where your marquee is going to happen. Now, you see that it's not scrolling. A lot of people don't know how to make this scroll. This is one factor that a lot of people don't know how to do. So what you're going to want to do is go back to where it says text. You're going to want to right click on it right here. Okay, and now you're going to click on filters. Okay, now with the filter, you're going to want to go click on the plus sign that's on the bottom left hand side. For Mac users, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be at for Windows or Linux, but you click on scroll, right? You just click OK, and now it's going to give you different ways to do it. You can do it slowly, faster. You could go faster like this. Obviously, the faster you go, it's not going to be able to be legible and or anything of that nature. So you want to just keep it nice and slow, so it just repeats it over and over again. You can do vertical speed and so forth. So now that it's scrolling like this, and now basically if I transition this over now, you can see exactly how it's looking at right now. It is amazing. I personally like it like this. This is a simple way to do it. But now if I want to go back to tutorial again and now utilize this, now I have all these little things here. Now I want to add one more thing. Let's say I want to add the video of me right now currently, which is something that a lot of people don't understand how to use. You're going to go to video capture device and click on your video. Now this is a fun fact. I don't use a personal camera like on the sides. You can use one. Now this one here, I'm using my MacBook one. It's a HD camera. You can see me here. I look kind of semi-crazy, but it's a video that I just saw due to the coronavirus and everything. And a lot of people were asking me, how do I do this? And it's horrible. So we're gonna go with high resolution. We're gonna go with using the buffer. Now it's a little quicker and a lot better. Okay. Now this video, obviously, if I cover it there, you see what's happening. You cannot see me. You can't see the whole video stuff. So remember I was telling you about that black screen. Everything has to fit there. So you have to play with the sizes on this. Now you could also do different factors on making this a lot bigger. You can make this a lot smaller, however you guys want. I typically don't really care for anything. You could put this on top of this and make this over here and make this a lot bigger. It all it's just so much fun. um, you know I personally have it a little bit different. I'll show you how mine looks more or less. Mine looks like this, obviously with my DJ thing in the background, and it looks so much fun. But anyways, going back to the situation, you have different ways of doing it. Now that we made it kind of, let's go back to the scene. So now let's transition this back over here. So now you have your logo. Obviously it's not the best right now. It's looking horrendous, but this is just a way of doing it. So now you have this and you have that and you have all your stuff. You have the way you have it set up, the way you want it, right? Okay, so now one of the main key factors that a lot of people don't know how to do is they don't know how to actually connect this to Facebook or whatever streaming platform you're using. So you're going to want to go to your OBS here. You're going to click on stream. Okay, now depending on what you want to use, if you want to use Twitch, YouTube, which is what I'm going to be doing shortly, Facebook, Mixler. You can show all, and you can see the amount of stuff that you can use. You could also use a custom one. It's a custom layout, and it's so much fun. But if you go back to the Facebook one, right? Let me see. Let's go to Facebook Live. Now you have two different options. You could either A, link it, and it's gonna go to your personal page, your personal Facebook page, or B, if you want to go like myself, I want to go onto, let's say, my actual Facebook um, one, but it's not just the Facebook one. Um, it's gonna go to my DJ one, which obviously we all know how to connect to our DJ one, right? I hope you guys do. Right here. I'm sorry, my shortcuts. So basically now here, right? We're gonna want to do this. You're gonna want to go to your Facebook one. Obviously, whenever it decides to load up, you have all this stuff in the background. Now, mind you, I'm recording and I'm about to Facebook live stream, so that's why it's a little sluggish. So you do apologize. You want to click on live. Now, one thing before you click on live, you want to make sure that there's one thing that goes on. Now, see how it says, I gotta do the latest blah blah, because I don't really use my camera to live broadcast. I use the Connect. Now here you want to click on the what is called the stream key. Okay, you click on copy. You go back to your stream key. You erase this, and then you paste, and then you pretty much. I do apologize for that. You press OK for that. Now what that does is basically now it's connecting to my Facebook, and now watch. You'll see when I click on it, it's gonna say connect, and it's gonna start connecting. Basically, with that being said, now I'm able to connect to that. Once, let me go do it again, and let me click on this again, preferences, and so forth. And my phone's going off the chain, and all these videos and so forth. So I do apologize. I click on once again. Now you click on that, and that's gonna end up linking up typically to your Facebook. Let me go click on show, drag this way because my dock won't go down. Click on the OK button. Go back on the Facebook, which is over here. I don't know why my dog keeps on barking, but let's go back. Don't put a third-party video. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so you want to type in whatever and type in whatever here and so forth, and then you're gonna want to click on connect. Right now it's not connecting for some odd reason, but that's one way to do it. Okay, now let's say you want to get off this page, right, and you want to go on your personal one. You're gonna want to do the following: go back to OBS, go on to where it says here the preferences again. We want to go back on live stream. Click on stream again, and once it goes back to stream, Facebook Live link. So now this is going to open up straight to your Facebook, and then from here it's going to go on Facebook Live, and so basically here's going to go live with your gear, create live stream. So right now it's copying. It automatically generates your stream key over here, but just to be safe, if you're switching from accounts back and forth, you want to just copy this. Make sure you go here, you paste it here. Once again, my computer is set up a little differently because I have two screens. You go here, right, and now it connects. It should be connecting shortly. Um, and then from here, you're going to want to click on Start Streaming. There you go. That was the thing. Start Streaming. You click on Connect. And now it should be loading up here, fetching stream. So that's what it was. I'm sorry, I forgot about that little start streaming is what you need. So this program, OBS, needs to connect with Facebook, and that's how it does it. It's kind of like a mutual handshake. Once it does that, you're able to obviously type in your whatever you want to type in here, and type in here, and then you click on live. You literally will go live instantly, so just be aware that you can talk to people on the mic right afterwards, immediately right afterwards. Now, for audio file heads, this is one factor that a lot of people don't see, is the audio bitrate, which is 120 kbps. Now, obviously, if your song's at 320 kbps, which a lot of people don't understand, but if you do understand, 320 kbps is actually good for live events, while you're DJing at a club and so forth. 128 or 129, it may drop a little bit here and there. Unfortunately, that's the best it's gonna get, which is still good. It's like a CD. It's not like stupid bad, but it's decent. Your video resolution is 1024 by 640. Then your video bitrate, which is depending on your internet, which my internet sucks. Then you have your video frame rate, which is 30 frames per second. Yeah. So it's kind of like you can schedule this, or you can do it however you want. Basically, remember, that's the one way to connect it. Whatever you're seeing here is what they're gonna see. So whatever you're gonna see here is basically your preview of what they're gonna see. So I'm so sorry, I didn't even see that. So basically, going back to this, and whatever they're going to see here, what says preview, is basically what they're going to see at preview. At program is basically what they're seeing right then and there. This is preview, before, after, live at the moment. So right now, currently, it's about to stream. I just haven't streamed because I didn't press the connect button. I'm not trying to go on Facebook Live, just trying to show this. This is just for YouTube purposes and educational purposes. Now, you see how this audio caption here is here. Obviously, we didn't add the. Did we do it? Let me see. I will double check here. Let's see. This is my microphone. Okay, and video capture. Let me see. This is my. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it is connected. So basically, once I start playing my music here, an example, if I go into here, let me get a song that kind of won't get conflicted with YouTube. Let's go with we'll go with this one here. So basically, it shows this. Let me turn off the. Now I'm gonna turn off my. That's my monitor. Now this right here is you're not hearing anything right now. No, obviously all you're hearing is basically me snapping my fingers. So obviously, if you have a monitor, which you have on the right side right over here, is basically the way it works. Now that right there is how the audio is playing, and the way you can test that out, very simple, is go here. And you're gonna do is obviously a sound check, and right now you see how the music is playing in the background. I'm gonna stay quiet, and you see right here how it says mic aux. That's how it works. Now if I go here into what basically into this right here, that's gonna be the audio playing in the background over here. COC over here. Now this is just me showing you guys how it works.